Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today I'm going to try to make the Kylie Jenner olive oil cake that she was sharing on her story. I have had olive oil cupcakes before at Sprinkles and they were really good. It's kind of a hard flavor to find, and since my birthday cake turned out so well, I thought that I would just try to make it myself. I went online and found a recipe from bakefromscratch.com, and I'll put it in the description down below. So that's what I'm going to be following. So the first thing I'm going to do is preheat the oven to 350 degrees. First thing the recipe says to do is to approach the cake pan. Something I'm very excited about, and you guys might be as well, I'm not sure, is I've decided to finally take the plunge, is that the same? And try to learn to make macarons. I seriously love them, they're my favorite dessert. And rose flavored ones are kind of hard to find. So I've always wanted to learn how to make them, especially because where I lived before, you couldn't even find them anywhere except at Whole Foods. Since I'm not going to be taking summer classes this summer, I thought I might as well just do it. I'm gonna have more time on my hands to be able to learn how to do it, and it is very time consuming, so I'm very excited about that. We're going to add 3 eggs to the mixing bowl. Gosh, that broke really weird. I also wanted to mention that this is one of the sets that I made in my last video, so if you guys did not watch that one, definitely watch it. I basically tie-dyed 3 different sets. I just dropped the eggshell in there. I've kind of been a little bit lost on what kind of videos to make, so I've kind of just decided to kind of do some baking and craft kind of videos for now. I'm gonna add 3/4 of a cup of sugar in with my eggs, and you're supposed to make this in a stand mixer. I obviously do not have one of those, so I'm just going to be using my whisk. The recipe says to mix for 30 seconds at high speed. I don't really know how to convert that to me hand mixing. Okay, I think that's pretty well combined. I think I was mentioning what kind of videos I was going to make. I feel like usually I aim to make a vlog one week and then the next week something a little bit different. But because we're still in a pandemic, there's just not much for me to do outside of my house. So that's just kind of what I've been trying to do, is figure out what I can do from home. And I guess the fun part is that you guys can also do these things if you choose to. I have half a cup of extra virgin olive oil, and it says to mix it in slowly. So I'm just gonna add a bit and then mix. Add some more. Mix. I'm gonna add the last bit and mix. That looks pretty well mixed. So now I'm adding half a cup of milk and mixing again. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You only need 1/4 of a teaspoon of almond extract. And then we're going to go ahead and mix in the extracts. So one thing that I definitely need to buy now that I'm turning into a baker is mixing bowls, because I'm literally using a salad tosser bowl. And now I need 2 bowls and I don't even have anything, so I'm gonna have to use this. We're gonna be using another bowl, so we're keeping them separate for now. So I went over a lot for the first cup. So that was about 1/4. So I'm gonna do 1/3 of a cup next. Ooh, this is not gonna be big enough. Just because it did go over the first. Yeah. So basically you just need to add 1.5 cups of the all-purpose flour. I don't know why I'm making things difficult. My bowl is almost completely full. Yeah, definitely gonna get those mixing bowls. I'm really annoyed at the recipe because it had me mix my wet ingredients first and now all my things are wet. Now I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Now I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That should be good. And now I'm going to mix the dry ingredients together. I think that's mixed. We're going to gradually mix in the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, just a bit at a time. My mixture is mixed well, so now I'm gonna add it to my pan. Hopefully it's not too much, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, it might be too much. There's too much batter. Luckily I have two. The first one I filled up about halfway. The second one didn't fill up very much. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna throw these in the oven for about 30 minutes. All right, guys, the cakes are out. I had a little bit of trouble getting this one out, but I mean, that's the extra, so it doesn't really matter. The recipe says to brush on olive oil on the top. I don't have a brush. I'm gonna test it on this cake first because I don't want to make a mess. Oh, that was way too much. Okay, well, that was way too much olive oil. I'm using a fork to spread it around. Just a little bit on the fork and just going to spread it on the cake. I think I actually did a pretty good job of spreading it around. So I think what I'm gonna do is just spread it on the top. How do I do this? Okay, I'm gonna try it first. The practice cake, I guess. What I'm going to do is just sprinkle it with my hand because the knife thing did not work. If you feel it in the bag, there's chunks, so I'm going to try to destroy those chunks before actually sprinkling it on the cake. Oh, and I think actually the farther you do it, the better it spreads around the cake. Okay, that's as much powdered sugar as I'm willing to put on it, and I'm just gonna try to shake off. This actually works, picking it up and putting the powdered sugar and letting it drop. Because you want it to be covered, but you also don't want it to have too much on it. That's what it ended up looking like with the powdered sugar. And the final step is to add the rosemary on the top. Wow. This is what the actual cake ended up looking like. Very, very similar to the pictures. And then we have over here my practice one, which didn't turn out that well. But we're going to ignore it because this one is so beautiful. So now I'm going to try a piece from my practice one. You don't want to get a plate because I'm just trying a little bit, so don't judge me. That's really good. It tastes like a poppy seed cake without the poppy seeds. It's a very light cake, and then the powdered sugar just adds a little bit of sweetness, but it's really, really good. And this actually turned out really well. The powdered sugar did scare me at the beginning, but it actually turned out really well, and I'm really glad. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!